I was fascinated by the opportunity to play someone dead. It's not something I've ever done before, and it's not something I'd ever thought about, actually. And I thought that Al and Miles did a really tremendous job of bringing that as the creative re-emergence of Weems. And I really enjoyed the notion of what they did. It took me a while to get my head around it. I didn't know how I would play this part, because often, when you're in a recurring series, as I have been fortunate enough to do, you come back and you play the part again, and you've changed, the character changes according to the circumstances, but it's very much an evolving force. This was something very different, and that excited me. Having done Game of Thrones for almost a decade, I didn't really want to commit myself to something so long running again. I wanted to play a widely different range of roles, and this seemed to in some way offer me that opportunity, because it was the same part that I truly love and adore, but in a different manifestation.
I think for me it was just letting her have more confidence, letting her feel a bit more free and a little bit less contained. And I would say I think hair and makeup definitely helped a lot, because she's got a lot of different looks in the show. I would always look in the mirror and not know what Agnes was going to have that day, but I always think the hair's like a frame and makeup's like a mask, so I think it definitely helped me get into a more confident version of Agnes.
Well, it was kind of nerve-wracking at first. We also weren't told we were doing it until like a month before we started shooting, so we didn't really have any prep time. And it's also nerve-wracking trying to recreate a character that people know and love, and of course doing it right in front of Jenna was horrifying. I hated it. But it was nice to not have to be so energetic all the time. It was nice to be quiet for once. We both would send each other videos, like both of us would do each other's scenes and then send it to each other, and I'd watch her a lot for season 1, and all of my scenes are with her, so I know what she does, but it's hard when you have to imitate it, because then you have to remember every single little thing that she does subconsciously that I have to do consciously, because it's not natural to me. So yeah, we both tried to help each other out as much as we could, but 1 hour rehearsal in person only goes so far.
Yeah, I think it was kind of just figuring out what was like really driving Tyler in a lot of those scenes. I had kind of always given myself like a little secret in season 1 that, Laurel, was going to bring back Crackstone. So just to kind of help justify why he would do anything she said, obviously he's under control, but to give it emotional stakes, I always gave myself that if she could bring back Crackstone, she had promised she would bring back his mom if he did everything that she asked of him. And so then to come into this season and realize that his mom was coming back really just kind of tied into the emotional stuff I'd set up for Tyler from the beginning. And then obviously it's kind of really kind of a careful what you wish for story with Tyler.
For the first couple months after getting the role, I didn't know anything. I got a document, like my visa through Ireland said it would be to portray Slurp on it, and that was the only information I had, so I was really curious about what that was going to be. And then when I did arrive, I had a meeting with Al and Miles where they kind of gave an arc of what was going to happen with him, and what his hand was and everything. But even then it was kind of, I didn't have the scripts exactly, so it was a general feeling. And then we worked on character design for a couple months even after that, coming in with Tim and with costumes and the prosthetics department. And so it was kind of this organically growing thing the whole time. And it was always changing. I felt like I was constantly like misguided or like misjudging something about him throughout the whole experience. And I don't know, we just kept finding new things. It was really fun.